Bob, how do you see the future of the model industry? What is your point of view on that?
Well,
it's a tough question, but
it is a tough question. I've been out of it now for I think 9 years, so I'm still in touch with a lot of people, and it's still a viable industry. And one of the keys to the success of the industry, I believe, is new blood. And I'm not sure it's the children like you and I. We were the ones that, when we were kids, they were our toys, as you said earlier. And I'm not sure that works today. There's a different kind of kid out there, and but a lot of them are getting into wargaming and things like that, which is kind of a precursor to modeling.
I agree with that. Yeah.
And so I think the area where we're going to get them into the hobby is after they mature, they get married, have kids, settle down, and then they need something to do in their spare time. What they have learned from the war gaming and things like that, and then also guys generally are interested in history. Yes. And World War II. All you have to do to make a successful movie is to come out with a World War II movie, and it's a big hit. And so I think then that's where this industry will begin pulling them in.
You brought up a good point about history, and it speaking for myself is like, I realize once in a while, basically when I think about it, I realize how much I learned through the hobby.
Oh yeah.
It's like stuff I never would have learned or know about if I had chosen another hobby. But through this hobby, it's amazing how much I learned about history or any event in the past because I read about it and I learned about it, and I think I think you agree on that.
Absolutely, I agree, and I know in many previous interviews and things like that, I've told people that when I build something, I spend pretty close to as much time researching it, and because you've always got those guys out there that wait a minute.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm talking about. And so you have to study it to make sure you don't make errors. And my gosh, what I've learned about history in all those years of modeling, it's a lot.
Yeah, and it's amazing that with little effort you learn a lot. Because,
it is.
Because
but you don't realize you're doing it.
Yeah.
You're doing it for one reason, but you're also increasing your knowledge.
Yes,
on the other end. Yeah.
Now, in the whole big scheme of your career, and who, in a way, was your biggest idol in this model?
No doubt about it, Jef Verswyvel.
I thought you were going to say that.
Yeah.
Now, I never met Jef Verswyvel. I came close to seeing him at AMPS, and I still missed him. I mean, I missed him by an inch, basically. And from when I was a kid and all that, I always looked up because of his inserts in the monogram, and
sure.
And now was the chance to meet Jef Verswyvel, and never
well,
met the guy.
He was kind of. I've always.
Wasn't he featured in one of your publications?
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I've been connected with Jef. Jef has been to either three or four MasterCons, and it just came as a guest of honor, things like that. But I've known Jef for years, and he's actually younger than me, but he got into advanced modeling before I did.
Oh, okay.
And I think everybody that's pretty much anybody in modeling kind of got started with how to build dioramas.
Yeah.
I mean, that book was a treasure trove.
Yes.
I read it, I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my God, I had no idea you could do all this stuff. So he was one of the movers and shakers of the industry, no doubt about it.
Is he still active as far as building, or is he just?
I don't think he builds a lot anymore. He's still active in the shows and putting on the World Expo and things like that. But I want to say the last thing I saw him build was a shadow box for my museum in St. Charles.
Okay.
Yeah. But he's, I've always thought of him as the father of our industry. Modeling's been around forever, for centuries, but it was him that in the 70s made it explode.
Yeah, I think all of his dioramas, at least from what I remember, they had something. It would really take a modeler who was serious about the hobby, grab him and made him do things that he would never.
I think we all felt that way. I think we did.
Let's look at some of your work, and please tell us what we are seeing here.
This is my latest diorama. I've been working on this for quite a few years. It is 4 feet by 8 feet in size. It has 375 figures. It has 52 vehicles and lots of buildings. The main story, the main theme is General Patton is directing traffic while much of Eisenhower's staff is behind him discussing maps with some captured German generals. There is a convoy of Shermans passing in front of him, one of which is Creighton Abrams Thunderbolt 7, and they are both snapping a salute to each other as they drive by. The name of it is Logistics, and the reason is because it's going to be one humongous traffic jam. One street will contain hundreds, literally hundreds of refugees going away from the fighting. There will be an XYZ convoy on another street, and then a column of Shermans come the other, and then back toward the back of the diorama there will be heavy equipment trying to clean all the rubble and get the streets passable again. The first photograph you see is by the train shed, which is part of a main train station, and then the city rising above it. Number 2 is a picture of a statue of a German historical figure, a trolley car on the tracks, and what is very common in Germany is an old town. It's the old medieval home buildings that have been renovated. Number 3 is actually a close-up of that. Number 4 is a very large department store that has been bomb damaged. Number 6 is a German Roman museum, which has also suffered a lot of bomb damage. And then number 6 is that department store, a close-up of where one of the bombs actually hit. And then the last one, number 7, is Black Dog, translated from German, Black Dog Beer House. That it has an arch over the street, and that's where the convoy of Shermans will be coming through.
When did you start it, and when do you see it's going to be finished?
I started in 2002. When is it going to be finished? Well, hopefully within a year or two.
Okay.
But it depends on how much I get to work on it. Who knows, really?
Yeah. It's quite an honor to have you here at Eagle Quest, and I hope we can continue this for a long time to come. And we here at Squadron really appreciate what you have done for the industry. And
thank you.
Again, appreciate your coming, and hopefully you have a lot of fun at Eagle Quest.
It's great seeing you again, Jeff.
Thanks, Bob.
You bet.
Well, friends, I hope you enjoyed it. This is it for today. This is Jef V from Squadron University signing off.